Welcome to the RouteMagic accounting module. In this video, we'll explore how RouteMagic handles every aspect of accounting, covering setup and utilization for statement codes, major account codes, credit class, credit terms, invoices, payment types, payments, credit notes, customer balance ledgers, customer ledger, branch deposits, branch ledger, cash journal reports, and cash flow. We assume you're familiar with RouteMagic's basic features and navigation. Let's begin. Statement codes. Statement codes allow you to categorize your revenue streams. For instance, you can label some codes as wholesale delivery or van sales, creating a more detailed breakdown of where revenue originates. You can define a code for each revenue channel your business operates, so you can run specific reports based on how you want to analyze your finances. Go to Customer Management, Statement Codes. Click Add to create new codes. Enter a short code and a description, for example, code WSL for wholesale or VANS for van sales. Save the codes. Once created, these codes can be linked to each customer in the customer's accounting section. Utilization. When you assign a statement code to a customer, all invoices generated will align with that statement code. You can later segment your financial reports and statements by code to see how each revenue channel performs. 2. Major account codes. Major account codes are especially useful if you integrate with an external accounting system, for example, Sage QuickBooks. You might want to map certain route or product categories to specific codes. They let you track high-level revenue or costs across multiple customers. Go to Customer Management, Major Account Codes. Click Add and define a code plus a description. Save. The main use case here is that you can go into a customer's accounting tab and select the appropriate major account code. This means any transactions from that customer will map to that code, easing reconciliation or analysis in external systems. Credit class. A credit class determines how a customer pays, cash only, credit, or advance payment, for example. It also defines credit limits, repayment policy, for example, 30 days, and certain hold service or past due policies. Navigate to Customer Management and select Credit Class. Click Add to create a new credit class. Provide a code, description, and define accepted payment methods. You can enable toggles like Enforce Credit, Limit Strictly, prevent driver from completing a site visit if credit is exceeded, or allow override with an access code from the back office. Set Past Due Policy. If you want certain invoices older than X days to be flagged and how that affects deliveries. If you want to hold service entirely once they exceed certain overdue amounts, set the hold service policy. Use case here is that in each customer accounting section, select the appropriate credit class. If a driver attempts to deliver to a credit customer who is over their limit or has a large overdue invoice, RouteMagic can block the site visit or allow it with an access code. Credit term. Definition. Credit term indicates when an invoice must be paid, for example, net 15, net 30, or end of month. Link to credit class. Often you define the number of days or monthly cycle in the credit class or a separate credit term field that you map into the credit class. Example, if you have a 30-day credit class, you specify the 30 days as the standard repayment timeline. Utilization. Once assigned in the credit class or directly in the customer file, Accounting tab, depending on your configuration, your system calculates invoice due dates automatically. Payment types. Payment types are the methods by which your customers pay you: cash, check, bank transfer, card, or any custom method. Go to Company, Payment Types, or a similarly named menu if enabled. Create your required payment types, for example, cash, check, card, backs. These appear both on the mobile app for the driver and on ERP for the back office. When a payment is recorded, driver on the handheld or back office in payments, you select how the money was collected, cash, card, etc. You can also allow multiple payment splits, for example, part cash, part check, etc., if your business requires it. Payments. A payment in RouteMagic is a record of money collected from a customer, typically at delivery or after an invoice is due. Settings. Under Company Settings, Payment Settings, you can configure if payments from the driver come in as draft or approved. Enable canceling of payments means the back office can void payments. Enable auto-apply payments for site visits. Creating editing payments. In order management, payments or accounting payments, you can see all payments. Click Add to record a new payment. Specify date, time, payee, customer name, route, driver if relevant, and the payment type used. If you wish, apply to invoice so the invoice is marked as paid. Payment splits. If a customer pays partially in cash, partially by card, you can record them as separate lines, leading to multiple partial amounts in a single transaction. The system will store each portion separately for accurate reporting. Applying payment to invoices. Once the payment is saved, you can apply that amount to outstanding invoices. If payment exceeds the invoice or if balance remains, you can keep it unapplied or use it for other invoices. Credit notes. A credit note offsets a previously issued invoice, often for returns, overpayments, or account adjustments. Creation flow. Typically, a credit note is created against an invoice that is fully invoiced. You can also create a brand new credit note from order management. Credit notes, if you need to credit a customer for an ad hoc reason. Statuses. Not applied, the credit note is created but not used to offset any invoice. Partially applied, some portion is used, balance credit remains. Applied, fully consumed against one or multiple invoices. Canceling and adjustments. You can cancel a credit note if it's not applied. Once canceled, the credit note no longer adjusts the customer's balance. All these changes are reflected in the customer ledger. Customer balance ledgers. The customer balance ledger is a record of how a customer's outstanding balance changes over time due to invoices, credit notes, and payments. Viewing. In Order Management Reports Customer Balance Ledger, you see a table listing customers, starting balance, date, transaction, and ending balance. Filter by date range, driver, or route as needed. Usage. This helps identify how a customer's balance evolves, useful for credit management, collections, or quick referencing the exact outstanding amounts. Branch deposits. Branch deposits record the deposit of cash or checks to a branch location, typically by drivers returning from routes or by the back office. Under Company, Branch or a Branch Deposits link in the Accounting or Order Management menu. Make sure you have your branches set up with relevant banking info if needed. Once the driver collects cash, they deposit it at a branch. In branch deposits, you can log the deposit, deposit date, amount, method, reference, and branch location. Reporting. Ties into the branch ledger to show how much each branch has in daily deposits or how many checks were deposited. Branch ledger. The branch ledger tracks cash check deposits for each branch, listing the date, transaction type, like deposit, deposit reference, and daily totals. Usage. Go to Company, Branch Ledger. Filter by date range or specific branch to see how much money was collected on a certain day, how it was deposited, and who performed the transaction. This provides real-time monitoring of each branch's deposit activity, ensuring quick reconciliation and reducing any potential discrepancies. Cash ledger. The cash ledger specifically focuses on cash movements, how much cash was collected by drivers, how much was deposited, or etc. To view Cash Ledger, head to Reports under Order Management and select Cash Ledger. Each row might detail date, route, driver, start and end day cash with the driver, reference, etc. Conclusion. In this walkthrough, we covered the accounting aspects within RouteMagic, from setting up statement codes and major account codes to define your revenue channels, configuring credit class and credit terms to handle your customers' credit limits and invoicing rules, and seamlessly managing invoices, payments, credit notes, and ledgers of every variety, customer branch, cash, and the overarching cash flow. By leveraging these features, you'll keep a clear, detailed record of all financial transactions, enabling robust control over collections, deposits, and overall business profitability. Take time to review each setting's place in your workflow, ensuring RouteMagic aligns perfectly with your company's accounting needs. Thank you for watching, and we hope you now feel confident in utilizing RouteMagic's accounting module for efficient financial management.